The Nittany Lions and the Buckeyes. A rivalry born of one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down, and you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution of that punt return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. Really, since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State. A big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Gonna run it. It's ball.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Porter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This time around, a 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. The throw. That's caught. It's Reynolds. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It'll be 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Unloads it left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
To the air, it's St. Clair. That's reeled in, it's Smith. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. He wants to go deep. Brings it in down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sends the offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
That's caught. It's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like...
Catch and stride inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's St. Clair. Looking to take a shot. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. At midfield, he's got room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you've got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Going to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Snagged in the middle. It's Fleming. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Gain of 29 on the play. 1st and goal, Ohio State.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Max going for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Great job by the back on the option.
Great job by the running back scoring on that pitch play off the option. It wasn't easy. He had to make somebody miss and do some dirty work there down inside the 10-yard line, but nice individual effort.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Georgia somehow, some way found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. The give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Smith. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play, he drops back, 1st down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a 1st down, new set of downs, new set of problems.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. Now adjusting. Fires on the move. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. On the run, it's Peoples. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grab behind the line. It's Fleming. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
It's caught. On the move at the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Nittany Lions have taken it inside the 20. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Saunders. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the defense makes the tackle, but not before. He gets down to the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Keeps looking downfield. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught behind the line. It's Peoples. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush is on him. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
To the air on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's the pressure. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
A shot toward the end zone. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
You got to give the defense a ton of credit there on 3rd down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback.
Deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand.
Turning it on. Lowers those pads. And after gobbling up up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels. He's finally out of bounds. The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Tosses it incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wisconsin has just had no answers today, and I'm not sure you can put J.J. Watt back out there inside Camp Randall and expect a different outcome. They're trailing by 28 to Michigan. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off the boot, looking for his man. Slings it downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He's going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Caught over the middle. It's ball. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that. But
going for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Heaves it on the run. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Racing to the right. 10. Touchdown, Penn State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Quick completion on the out. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Just keep swinging it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grab near the marker is Porter. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
There he goes. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Ball. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Fleming. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Forced out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's Smith. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Going for it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And he puts through the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah. Just keeps moving. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Motion from the wideout. Card in the backfield. It's Smith. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Denmark. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, running back gets the give. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to...
Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off play action on first down. Buys a little extra time. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. With Ohio State once again taking down Penn State in this one, the Nittany Lion fans left to wonder what might have been. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.